Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. So, I'm going to talk about a topic, and I know this is going to really bring a lot of reflection and a lot of insight and a lot of information to a lot of people. And I think it's going to help centralize a lot of issues that people are having, maybe in our own mental dynamic or with somebody that we're dealing with or somebody that we're in a relationship with, right? And this can be coworkers, friends, family, partners, romantic, platonic, the whole list, right? So, now, this is going to have multiple different little entities of the topic, and I recommend that at the end of hearing this, that if you want some more details or if you want some more information, to do some research and to look up these details, and maybe it'll help you in the direction of better understanding what this topic is centralized on. Okay? So, I'm going to give you the basic laydown of it. And then after that, if you want some more details, do some research, because knowledge is power. And it'll never do you wrong if you better understand the situation for what it is, not for what you want it to be, right? That's what gets everybody hung up is people look at things for what they want it to be rather than what it truly is, and that's what gets them hung up. That's what causes problems. That's what causes this topic that I want to talk about. Or they'll get all centralized in traumas, or they'll get all centralized in things that happen in their life, and not being able to transition away from it to heal and get better averted in a different direction, but they'll stick in it, right? It'd be like they get stuck in concrete and they can't go anywhere. This is what gets people hung up all the time. I think once you hear the topic and once you hear the entities of it, and then once you do some research and once you figure out and once you are able to dissect this logically, rationally, to better understand it, will you be able to wrap your head around the very situation that you might be going through. Okay? So, this topic is trauma bonding. I'll say that again, trauma bonding. I know that a lot of you know about it. So, and it's not a real difficult topic to understand, but there's a lot of info attached to it. But I will give you the 7 realms or the 7 entities of trauma bonding, and then let you guys go from there. Okay? So, the first one is love bombing. I know we all, for the most part, know what that is. I know we all, for the most part, understand that entity, right? But if not, I recommend you get some research, do some research, and look up love bombing. That is the first entity in the topic of trauma bonding. Okay? Next up is trust and dependence. Okay? Trust and dependence. I think we all have trust issues on some magnitude, way, shape, or form. Right? I'm sure, and I know that we all have dependence issues on one way, shape, or form. Right? Whether you want to absolutely admit it to it or not, or whether you want to be honest about it, that's on you. Okay? So, the next one is criticism and devaluation. I know we have a lot of that going on. In fact, I will guarantee it, we have a lot of that going on. Right? I've seen it a lot. The next one is gaslighting and manipulation. I think we've all experienced that at one time or another. Whether you will be absolutely and truthfully honest about it or not is a different story. But I think we've all dealt with gaslighting and manipulation on one way, shape, or form. Okay? But that one is gaslighting and manipulation. Next up is resignation and acceptance of abuse. That's a big one. Excuse me. And that one is probably where you're going to find a lot more of the aftermath of a situation. Okay? Next up is total control and loss of identity. I hate to say this, but guys, we experience this one probably the most. Right? The whole if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody gonna be happy, and all those things that we do for the women because we want the woman to hang around. Right? And so we will lose our identity because we want the woman to be comfortable with us, we want the woman to depend on us, we want the woman to stay with us, right? So that one is big for us guys. And you'll see it you'll see it with some women too, right? Because of the guy situation. But for the most part, that's the guy situation, and a situation that we run into when it comes to getting the woman to stick around and stay around, right? A lot of the times we'll lose our identity, not be able to speak up for ourselves, not want to speak up for our truth, all that good stuff, right? So that's a big one for us guys. So yeah, I think us guys suffer from that one the most. And the last one is re-engaging in cycle of abuse. So essentially breaking up with somebody and then getting back with them and hoping that they've changed, and right, the second chance situation, right? Also factors into the manipulation, also factors into the criticism and the devaluation, right? Instead of looking at it for what it is, we'll look at it as what we want it to be, and then we'll try to re-engage, right? So they all go hand in hand. That's why, to better understand this, I will give you the topics and the entities to think about, but I will let you do the research because everybody's situation is different. But the overall factor is the same, right? Believe it or not, we all have suffered from trauma bonding in one way, shape, or form. All of us, everybody, because we all go through something. We all go through a breakup. We all go through bad relationships, this, that, and the other, right? We all go through abuse. We all go through neglect. We all go through shame. We all go through guilt. We all go through that stuff. All of us. We all go through it. It's a natural occurring thing. But that's why it's best, that's why it's a good idea to understand this, so that way as you go forward, you know how to deal with the situations as they come up. Because believe it or not, you're going to run into it a lot out here when you're dealing with people. Okay? Let's just understand that. But those 7 entities of trauma bonding will at least give you a better idea so you can navigate those situations as they come up. So, hope we're all having a great night. Until next time.